How's it going, everyone? I'm Grant Cohn. That's my co-host Tyler LaRocca, and Brock Purdy heroically, miraculously managed to practice today. And Kyle Shanahan said there's a chance that Brock could play this weekend, but there's also a chance that he's going to be the emergency third quarterback or not playing at all. So there's a lot of things happening, a lot of chances. We're going to examine what Brock did at practice. You saw it. Well, we'll look at the video. Well, no, let's look at it right now.
Okay.
Let's show the people what we already have seen. Brock Purdy throwing at practice. Let's take a look. Let's drink it in with our eyes. Here he is. I don't know which foot it is that's injured.
I thought it was his right, they said.
Is it his right?
I thought they said it was his right foot and his left shoulder, but I could be wrong.
Let's get this in 1080p. And let's go like slower. Let's slow this down, okay? Slow motion Brock. Let's see what we notice about Brock.
I can see him limping already.
Okay. Here's the thing with turf toe. What I want to know is, can you drive off the foot? Can you transfer your weight? Because if it's his right foot, driving off the foot's going to be an issue. If it's his left foot, transferring his weight's going to be an issue. So I want to see a real throw here. That's not a real throw. That to me is no drive, no weight transfer. That's a pretty tame throw. I don't know. That's me.
Like all of his
Let's look at the next
me.
one. He's not really transferring his weight.
I feel like it's his right. I feel like it's his right foot because he's hitching a lot more with that foot. Like when he's supposed to be pushing off of it, watch, he like hitches off of it instead. See? He does that little hop. So I feel like it's his right toe.
He's not really pushing off that back foot very much, and he's not transferring his weight.
I think it's
These are like little soft throws. I don't know. This doesn't seem like a guy who's ready to play. Maybe he'll play anyway. But this looks like a guy who's putting on a show in front of the media to show that he's tough, that he cares, that he wants to be there. But this doesn't look like a guy who's going to play on Sunday. To me. I mean, what is that? That's not a real throw. That's all arm.
These are warm-ups too, it seems.
That's true. Maybe he was really uncorking them later in practice, but these just seem like arm throws.
And maybe that's part of the rehab, though. It's like maybe he's doing like an active rehab where it's like you can throw and move around, but we don't want.
Yeah, maybe he saved all the good stuff for when the media left. Possible.
I don't know.
But this is meaningless to me.
Yeah,
I can't decide. I can't look at this and be like, oh yeah, he's back. Like,
yeah.
Oh, how about this? Let's see how we back and forth. How about this throw? Ooh, watch out.
I think it's his right foot. I'm 99.9% sure it's his right foot. Because he seems to be going a lot softer on it. Like, watch when he throws, he like instantly lifts it. See, he like lifts it up a little bit, kind of like to keep weight off of it.
Yeah, he does that little. He does that. I wonder. Look at that little tap at the end.
Yeah, he does like a little hitch.
Would you tap if you had a turf toe on that foot?
I don't know, but they also said he was progressing really well, so I don't know.
Look, let's ask the real questions. He was ruled out real quick last week. Yeah. Now all of a sudden he's trying to gut it out. We were told that this was going to be a 2-week injury. All of a sudden he's making strides and he's out on the field throwing lollipops.
Yeah.
Is it possible that Mac Jones' surprisingly good performance has Brock Purdy considering rushing back on the field?
100%. Yes. I said it last week. I think I commented with Jay on it, and I was like, if Mac plays well, it doesn't matter that it's the Saints. Brock will be back next week. I guarantee he will be back next week. If Mac played bad, Brock would be like, okay, I'm going to take my time. But dude, could you imagine if he kind of puts them like first or tied for first in the division like Mac Jones does?
I think that there's something here. Like, Brock was the last pick in the draft. I don't think he takes anything for granted, even though he's gotten paid. And I think he saw how quickly Trey Lance got replaced. They were invested in him. He saw how quickly Jimmy Garoppolo got replaced. He was the highest paid player in the league at one point. I think
Yeah. I don't know. Like I guarantee like everyone's like, well, his job's solidified. No, it isn't. We looked at the contract over and over and over. He's not solidified. There's a reason it's front loaded so that they could cut him loose. It is not solidified. He's just not. Like he's not like it's not like it's not like he's Jake Browning coming in for Joe Burrow where it's like, "Oh yeah, there is a 0% chance he takes that job." It's not that. Sure, is it lesser than Trey or Jimmy? Yeah, for sure. But it's not 0.
Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code COHN, COHN, and download the app now.
In my opinion.
Old Fogey says, looks like he's trying to keep the weight off his left big toe to me. That would sort of make sense to me, how he could sort of play through the rest of the game with turf toe if he could still drive off the foot but not transfer his weight. I don't know.
But plus also the biggest thing with Kyle, the thing that makes him turned off about quarterbacks the most is, are you injury prone? Can you stay on the field? That's what turned him off about Jimmy. That's what turned him off about Trey. And I guarantee you, if Purdy's like hurt for multiple games again this season, he's like, dude, can I just get a quarterback that can sit on the field? And if Mac's a guy that can sit on the field and work his system, which he did well, I mean, and I'm not even saying necessarily it's going to be Max to replace him, but it's definitely like, dang, it's definitely putting it in their heads like, damn, we shouldn't have signed him.
Well, the number one trait that Kyle cares about with quarterbacks is toughness. He said it on the record multiple times. And if he feels like you can play, but you're choosing not to because you're not 100% and it might cost you in terms of statistics and money, he's going to, we saw, I mean, I think that's how we felt about Jimmy Garoppolo. You got hurt. You didn't come back quickly enough in 2020 because the team wasn't good and it wasn't going to help your resume. So Kyle flipped out and traded for Trey Lance. And it wasn't because he wanted Trey Lance so much as because he wanted not Jimmy Garoppolo and he wanted him out. So I think Brock is not Jimmy. And I would never accuse Brock of being like, not wanting to play if he could. But I think that's maybe why he went out to practice today, to show the team and the media how much he wants to play.
Yeah. And that's my thing, man, is like, I was talking about it earlier with my brother. There are so many QB injuries, and I feel like we were talking about, like, why are there so many QB injuries? QBs just used to play. They just used to play through them. Like, and I'm not trying to like downplay turf toe because turf toe does hurt. Like, it is bad. It's gnarly. But at the end of the day, man, like I'm kind of with Kyle on it. If you can play, it's football. You're going to be hurt. George Kittle talks about it every offseason, how much pain he's in all the time, how he's always hurt a little bit. At some point, like, if especially a guy you just paid $250 million to, of course there's pressure. Like, dude, we want you to play.
Yeah. If you guys are just tuning in, this is also being broadcast live on Twitch and Kick and Facebook and X. I just figured there's people from all different walks of life that like their, content on different platforms. So got that. Also make sure to check out Spotify, where this is going to be, the audio will be posted after every stream. I'm also posting, audio from the locker room on Spotify. So check that out.